God forbid you just stop the car until the track is definitely clear. I mean,
When have you seen a hurricane in Texas? Well, it happened that day.
What's all-star about having every driver? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Good guy, ass. Good guy, can't drive a race car. Sorry.
You're listening to the Foreign Fuel Podcast.
hello everyone, welcome back to the Foreign Fuel Podcast. I'm your host, Dom Caplupo, joined by Steve Ray with another Two and Fuel Podcast episode. Steve, as we're going to Michigan, two tires, maybe the play in the Firekeepers Casino 400. I mean, Michigan is a high pace track. We'll see what the tire wear is like this year, but I feel like in the past, two tires, you could definitely make it work.
You can, absolutely. It's been proven in the past that you can make it work. It really just comes down to, like we talk about time and time again with the next gen car, it just comes down to clean air. So it might be coming down to a two-tire call because if you can get that clean air, then you can just aero block the field. But we have seen in practice sessions so far, they are getting up over 200 miles an hour, which we haven't seen for a long time. So that's going to be fun to watch. Michigan is such a fun track to race, to watch. I'm sure to be at. It's a great time. I know that they have a great camping atmosphere at Michigan. So it's going to be really fun to watch. Michigan is definitely Michigan, back in the day had two races. I feel like this is one of those tracks that, does good with one date because they pack that place out from everything that I see.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more underrated bucket list tracks. I feel like someone who doesn't live in that area like should want to go to because I've heard people say that is the best scene in terms of like camping for the weekend, and they do it right up there. And just, I mean, I feel like just seeing the cars go that fast and just the size of the track's got to be really cool to see. And the racing here can be frustrating for drivers because you could have a fast car make a move past two guys, and then if you don't get back up to the outside lane into the draft, you'll watch three or four guys blow back by you on the straightaway. So
Yeah, I've been dealing with it all week on iRacing. You get hung on the bottom and you don't get up to the top lane, you are going to get freight trained to the back.
yeah, it's just one of those things, and it's frustrating. You watch guys just, even if you have the fastest car, there's nothing you could do with the draft of a whole line of cars, and that's where you start seeing people get frustrated, and that's where you might see some wrecks, especially if we get some restarts. Cautions seem to breed cautions here, as they'll fan out four or five wide going into turn one, and if they don't figure that out by turn three, usually somebody's in the wall, and who knows what happens after that. It seems like turn four has been a trouble spot. Cars have just spun out all by themselves off of turn four, depending on the aero situation and just kind of how the car unloads off of four in the air and someone slides in front of you, kind of just sets the car all wonky. It happened to Denny Hamlin, I believe, a couple of years ago when he was in second place, spun out, and with these next gen cars with those underbodies, you go for a ride through the grass, even if you don't hit anything or flatten any tires, you could do some damage that you really don't know until you get back to the shop.
Yeah, for sure. And these cars are so sensitive with the bodies too, especially with the toe links that, you get up, push aero tight, get up into the wall, smack the wall a little bit, could break a toe link. So, with how sensitive these cars are, one little mistake can definitely ruin your day for sure.
So I'm just thinking it's unfortunate that we don't get O'Reilly here.
Yeah. Although the last couple of years, the O'Reilly Super Speedway package, they just were not putting on good racing at Michigan. The last couple of years was really a struggle. Now you go back 10 years ago or so, and it was just like you were watching Talladega. It was a lot of fun. But the last couple of years, O'Reilly, and I think that's why they took the race away, is that just the last couple of years, it was not that good. But trucks are coming back. I think They might have been there. Were they there last year?
Yes,
I
maybe.
know they went away for a couple of years. Whether they were there last year or not, I can't recall. But anyways, it's going to be a fun weekend with trucks there, as well as ARCA.
I mean, I don't. Was O'Reilly? I don't think O'Reilly was there last year. I think it had to be trucks.
I have to go back and listen to the Fort and Fuel podcast episode from a year ago.
Oh, was it? Is that the race? I'm trying to see here real quick. That race was won by. Oh yeah, Stuart Friesen. That was when Stuart
That's right.
Friesen
Yeah,
won.
right before he hurt himself.
Yes, and they went to overtime, and that's right. I think Frankie Muniz like restarted third on like one of the green and white checkers and completely just missed the shift.
Oh man, you could say that it was literally Malcolm in the middle at that point.
And then I think Corey LaJoy was in the catbird seat for one of the restarts, and he didn't get the job done. There was a lot that was going on that race, I feel like, because you look at the finishing results. You have Stuart Friesen, Grant Enfinger, Luke Fenhouse, Ben Rhodes, Corey LaJoy, Matt Crafton, Jake Garcia, Chandler Smith. That's your top eight. Yeah, I mean, just seems like that race kind of got crazy, and it was just kind of I think a multiple overtime finish, which allowed Stuart Friesen to get the run on the last restart and lead the last two laps. But yeah, so I think it's been a few years since O'Reilly's been there, and I think Danny Stockman said it on DBC this past week. O'Reilly's been running for 16 consecutive weeks, so they probably do need the week off.
Yeah, and trucks run every third week, it seems like, so
Yeah.
they get more than enough time off. But yeah, with O'Reilly not having the Easter weekend off like the Cup Series did, yeah, they definitely need a week off here after
Yeah,
running.
this is their first week off.
Yeah, yep, they've run all the way from Daytona up through now, so almost 4 months straight.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I mean, and then looking ahead, they get another week off for I don't even maybe Cup gets that weekend off, whatever's after Atlanta.
Oh, would that be there? North Wilkesboro.
That's it.
That'll
So
that'll
no
be a
O'Reilly.
yeah, that'll be a Trucks and Cup weekend. So O'Reilly will not be at North Wilkesboro, although they should be.
That's kind of ironic. Dale Jr. is like the guy who led the thing back, and his team is in O'Reilly, and
I
doesn't
know.
even get he doesn't even get to field a car at the track he revived.
I know, man. Next year, I hope O'Reilly does get to go. Two things. I wish O'Reilly would go to North Wilkesboro because that would put on a hell of a show. And I wish O'Reilly would go back to IRP when they go to Indy. I think that would put on a great show there.
Yeah, they need to kind of get more short tracks. I feel like in the O'Reilly series and the Truck
Yeah.
series too. I think that series was both series are really like based off of short track racing, and we're kind of just getting away from that. And there's that many standalone dates, if any, really. I think the only Truck and O'Reilly like single date from the Cup Series is Rockingham.
Yeah. I mean, the last couple of years they were racing in Portland and then they took the race away from Portland.
Yeah, I legitimately don't think there's a weekend like moving forward that O'Reilly. Yeah, no, they're right with the Cup Series every step of the way. I
Yeah.
mean, with some off weeks, but yeah. I mean, I guess it's probably more of a funding deal, and then they don't want to run races with non-competitive pit stops.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
because you do get into some of those races and then it's like non-competitive pit stops and you can't add fuel or make up all these things. It didn't seem like a a race where they're trying to be that serious at points.
yeah. So no O'Reilly this week. Get the week off for those guys, but Trucks and Cup. The truck field, I think, has got some interesting guys going this weekend. You got Cletus in there. I believe we have Christopher Bell running.
Yeah, Hocevar in there.
You got Let's see. I think
Stenhouse
Stenhouse.
is going to be in there. Parker Kligerman back in the 25 truck. Ross Chastain in the 45 is going to be in there.
Yeah, so a solid
Spencer
field.
Davis making his return.
The
Now,
only driver we know from Dawsonville, Georgia.
Corey Himes in the truck race this weekend, so you can go ahead and just
Pencil that in.
pencil that in for a win. It's the Corey Heim Truck Series.
Yep. Well, we go to the Cup Series and just looking at the most recent races here, the last three. Chris Buescher, highest average finish with a third. Denny Hamlin second with a 4.3, then Ty Gibbs 5.7, Brad Keselowski 6.3, and Zane Smith 7.0. I mean, I guess we're just hitting a good stretch for Zane Smith at a
Yes,
time they really needed it too. I mean,
yeah,
the charge he's making right now is if he runs really good again this weekend, he's a serious threat to make the chase.
yeah, as he should be. We've been talking about Zane Smith. I mean, it seems like almost every week one of us is making him our underdog of the week because he is just overperforming with the equipment that he has. He led 30 some laps in the Coke 600. He was really in contention most of the night in Nashville and was a green flag stretch away from potentially winning that race. And now coming to Michigan, where as long as they got the speed, which it seems like Zane is able to get the speed out of those front row cars, he could be in good in good shape. I would pencil him in for fighting for a solid top 10 finish for sure. Same with the RFK cars. I feel like they always run good here. They put a lot of emphasis on running good at Michigan, just from the manufacturer standpoint of things. Um,
Roush has always been good
Roush has always been good. This
at
has always
Michigan.
been, I mean, this was like Biffle's playground for so many years.
Biffle and Mark Martin just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's Mark Martin's winningest track. You got full, I guess four came with Roush. And yeah, Biffle, I think, won four. I'm sure Carl Edwards had to have won, right? I can't imagine he didn't in the 99 car.
Yeah. I mean, same with Ken. I mean, Kenseth was so good at Fontana too, which is
Hmm.
basically a sister track to Michigan too. So he was always real good here. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun
Yeah,
to watch
Busher
this.
with the win a few years ago in 23, he won.
Yeah, I believe so. And I mean, not just the Ford guys too. You're gonna look Gibbs guys just with the recent Toyota dominance. The Gibbs guys are gonna be good. This is a good track for both Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace both, so they'll be good here. You always, can't ever count the Hendrick cars out either. So this race in particular is going to be a hard one to pick a favorite because obviously you can give Toyota the edge, but it's hard to say that this team or this car is going to be the dominant one.
Yeah, I mean, even Eric Jones, the last three
Yep.
races here, he's finished anywhere from 10th to 16th. And with the way that team is on the picking up a little momentum, you could easily see him get another top 10 this week. Home track for him. Definitely wants to run well there. And even Daniel Suarez, he's finished his lowest finish the last three races there is 14th, and that was in a downgraded Trackhouse team at the point. So
Yep.
with his Spire ride and Hocevar giving it a ride last year up in the lead, maybe it could be another Suarez top 10 day.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Hosvar. He was, left to retire going down last year, when he really could have gotten his first career win at his home
Well,
track.
I don't think he was going to win because I don't think they had enough fuel.
Oh yeah, was that the one that they were like 4 or 5 laps short? Like
Yeah,
they were a long way. Yeah. But they were close.
they were close, but people like hosts of our fans will go and quickly point out that like that is why he didn't win, and it was like heartbreaking. But realistically, he wasn't going to make it on gas because he was already the leader, and you're not saving much gas when you're leading at Michigan of all tracks. And William Byron ran out of gas with two to go, So I can't imagine, like you said, I think they already said they were 4 to 5 short, and you're not saving that at Michigan.
Yeah, you're not, no matter, it's not like a Daytona or Talladega where you can run half throttle. You are putting the foot to the floor and burning that thing out. Especially with these next gen cars, like there's nowhere that you can go to save fuel with these things except at Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah. So those are the guys to kind of look out for based off of the last three runnings there. Now, some guys that were you might expect to be towards the front that might not be. Alex Bowman has not finished better than 27th there in 3 years. John Hunter Nemechek, 29th, is his best finish the last 3 years. Uh, Austin Cindric, 12th, but he has an average finish of 23.7. Joey Logano's got an average finish of 23rd. Chase Elliott, the last three runnings there, his best finish is 15th. It just seems like Hendrick has kind of struggled here, or at least half the team has struggled. And then last year, like Byron was up there. Larson hasn't been as good there recently as he, once was. It felt like when he was in that 42 car, you went to Auto Club in Michigan and he was the odds-on favorite.
Yeah, I think there was a stretch where he won three straight at Michigan in the 42
Mm-hmm.
car.
And
Yeah,
it's
I do think that we'll see. It's probably going to be the story that we've told most of the years, that the 5 and the 9 will probably be the two better Hendrick cars, and they'll probably be top 10, but it's going to be the 24 and the 48. Somehow I just picture William Byron is going to run like 17th all day and then come out with an eighth place finish like he has multiple times this year. And then Bowman, yeah, it's just the one bad week after another.
and so I think it's basically we're sitting on a Bowman potential just stepping away at the end of the season announcement.
I think that's probably best for him. You look at what seats are open, and there's really not a whole lot. And then you look at his track record for health issues, not all of his own doing,
Hmm.
but do you want to take that risk if you're a team owner? It's like, do you want to take that risk? Because right now they're just trying to get the 48 car in a position to go for an owners championship, but they're still a long ways from even doing that. There's no shot at him making the chase at this point. So I think really for him, prioritizing his health needs to be number one. And if that means it doesn't have to mean that he's stepping away for good, but I think at some point, like you gotta face reality and realize that there's life outside of NASCAR here. And as much as every race car driver wants to be in the car, at some point, like if it's just better for you to step away to prioritize your health beyond racing, maybe that's the best decision.
Yeah, I just don't see a scenario where he races at another team next year. I think if he wants to race again next year, he'll be in that 48 car.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, it gives you that one more year to either A, let Corey Day develop one more year, or it lets you try to then go get Zillich with his contract being expired where you don't have to worry about any buyouts or any controversy of that form.
Yeah, Hendrick's going to find himself in a real pickle here because if I were Rick Hendrick and the whole Hendrick Motorsports team, I would be giving Justin Marks and Trackhouse a blank check for Zillich to get him over into the 48 car. But then at that point, what do you do with Corey Day? Here you have this prospect that Kyle Larson picked out, Jeff Gordon endorsed. Like they got this prospect sitting there, but it's like, man, you got this generational talent with Zillich. It would be it'd be real silly for them to not try to jump at that opportunity.
Well, then Rick Hendrick and Jeff Gordon are gonna have to beg Napa to want Corey Day in that 9 car.
All right, buddy. All right, let's not get crazy here. Let's not
Chase
get crazy.
Chase Elliott might have to go to Joe Gibbs Racing in 2028 to go in the
You
11.
you heard it here first. The rumor is starting. Chase Elliott to Joe Gibbs in 2028. Let's start it on Twitter.
Yep. We'll be out. Well, no, we'll go on Facebook and make one of those AI
Oh
like
yeah,
posts.
yeah.
The
And then
AI
some.
slop.
Yep. And then somehow we have to tie Bubba Wallace into it also.
Yep. And like Bubba Wallace hates that Chase Elliott is driving a Toyota now.
Yeah, right.
So, oh my goodness. Well, a guy, oh, you know what? There's a guy that does not have a top 10 in their career at Michigan. That would surprise you. You have any guess on who that would be?
Um, I'm gonna guess Austin Hill because he's racing, but that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, well, he does not have a top 10.
Someone that surprised me, would it be? I'll take a shot with like Chase Briscoe.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
best finish 11th. He has an
man.
average finish of 23.2 in his career at Michigan.
Can't really fault him though, because a lot of those years were in Stuart Haas slow garbage cars.
Oh, well, last year he started on the pole and he finished 23rd. What happened to him that day last year? His 11th place finish was actually his first race there in 2021. And since then, his best finish is 20th.
Oh, oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, 20th, 31st, 31st, and 23rd.
all right. Well, probably don't throw any money on Briscoe this week, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's just he led 11 laps, but I don't know if he had any I don't remember if he had a penalty or what happened, but that poor guy. He needs to get his first top 10 here because he's not in a position to be screwing around anymore than they already have the first half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, where's he? He's sitting 14th in points right now. Like, I mean, thankfully he's only within, if he gets 10 more points, he could jump up to 11th right now. But even then, between Suarez in 10th and Byron in 11th, you're looking at a 26-point gap right there. So, I mean, man, he can get to 11th pretty quick with a good run. But the guys he's going up against for that would be Byron, SVG, and Keselowski, all of which are finishing pretty decent. So,
Then you got to count on SVG getting like 120 points
right, yeah,
between the
because
two road courses
yeah,
coming
'cause
up.
we got San Diego and Sonoma coming up, so you know that SVG is going to maximize his points there.
Yeah, like if Chase Briscoe doesn't get that wreck in the 600, he's probably 11th in points. And that's just been the difference. That team is just, they have the speed to be top five in points right now, but the execution or the luck or a
Yep,
combination of both has just been killing them.
yep, yeah, it has been, and really even then, like outside of the 600, like it just seems like that Hamlin, Bell, and at times up until really the last couple weeks, you could put Ty Gibbs in that conversation too, where it just seemed like that Chase Briscoe was just kind of like there, but not that top five killer instincts kind of stuff that we were seeing from him late last year. I think now they're starting to kind of come back around, but because they had top five speed at Charlotte, obviously got in that wreck, finished, top five at Nashville, was in contention to win on the last lap. But I think, yeah, they just need to start one getting stage points and stage wins, but start to put together some solid finishes, some top tens, and then yeah, start chipping your way and just trying to if they can get to top 10, I think that they could probably not make a serious deep run towards the championship, but they could definitely find themselves in contention when it comes to the reset.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that has nothing to do with Michigan to look out for moving forward. I saw it on Reddit this week. Can't remember the user. Oh, it's user on Reddit, Pride Typical 4782. Kyle Larson is on the verge of completing the all 36 or 40 or 43 challenge, which a driver finishes in every single position in their career at least once. And Kyle Larson, who's been racing full time since 2014, has not finished in 22nd.
What? That's actually an insane stat for
And
how many races.
he's finished 23rd twice in the past month.
Yeah, Kyle Larson has raced 416 cup races in his career and has never finished 22nd.
And mind you, I think someone said, someone like Hocevar needs only like two more spots, two or three more spots, which is just insane. Like 22nd, you don't even think that's like it's not like a crazy spot. He finished 23rd at Nashville. Like
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
like if Cody Ware was his typical like multiple laps down, Larson would have gotten 22nd.
We got in 22nd.
Oh my goodness.
We need to do something to celebrate when Larson does get 22nd on here. We need to like
Yeah, that'll
shotgun a
be it.
beer on
Yeah.
to celebrate Larson
Hopefully he
getting
does it at
22nd.
Atlanta.
Oh, he
That'd
probably
be
will.
cool.
He is not good at Atlanta, so probably will happen. But that's all right. We're gonna see Chase Elliott win there anyways.
I don't know about that. Maybe if John Hunter Nemechek wrecks the whole field again. Yeah, so that's just one thing to look out for. If Larson's in 21st, root for him to get passed on the last lap by one guy. If he's 23rd on the last lap, root for him to make that pass. Because we need to see it happen.
Yeah.
It's like a scoregami. You just want to see it happen. You're watching an NFL game and it's 57-2. You're hoping nobody else scores. Just leave it be so we can get some scoregami on there. Now, speaking of scoregami is points. And in points comes fantasy, Steve. And somebody had a monster day in fantasy at Nashville. I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, some guy went out and messed around and got 136 points for Nashville. Good job
That's
on that, by the way. It is not the record that is still held with a 160 point day at Las Vegas. But 136 is good. It was good enough to launch you into third in points.
yeah, I mean it had been a while since
Yeah,
I
we
had
did
gotten something like that.
we did have a lead change in the point standings.
Yeah, I
We just,
mean you passed Sam and Wes in one shot.
yep, went from 5 back to took the lead by 17 points.
I
So
mean that's an impressive run for you. I mean you've been on a heater.
in the last 3 weeks, 92, 117, 123. So it's been a good run for sure. So our current standings sit with myself in the lead at 1,281, sitting 17 points back from that. In second place is Sam, sitting 78 points back at 1,203 points is Dom, and 2 points behind him, sitting 80 points back at the lead is Wes at 1,201. So we're all held together by 80 points.
Whew. You you know what's insane? If we don't count the Coke 600, the maximum amount of points you can get in this fantasy is 179.
Yep.
And you got 160 that
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah. I mean, that was, let me see the drivers. Yeah. Hamlin won the race with 70. Byron got 49. Bubba Wallace got 41. I mean, it's just the high of highs because that day was a 160. And then your day at Texas, Larson with 3, Bell with 1, Heim with 6, got a combined 10
10.
points. Like, just you can have the highest of highs or the lowest of lows. I'll tell you, did we ever decide on whoever gets last? Is there some sort of punishment that we're gonna do?
Not yet, but I like the idea.
We'll have to come up with some kind of idea for last place punishment.
Yeah, they'll have to like give out their social security number, I think. They have to tweet it out.
To tweet out their credit card number, their social
Yeah,
security number, put a picture of their birth certificate online.
yeah.
I like that idea.
It's
Right now, it's
harmless.
not looking good for Wes.
Well, he's only 2 points out
So,
behind
yeah,
me, so it's gonna be a dogfight. And well, Wes and Sam aren't here again, so they're getting the good old average finish
yeah. What do you say we get into some
picks.
picks here?
Yeah. So Sam starts and highest. You want to go highest last three or in general?
Uh, let's do last three. It's a good kind of indicator.
All
Because some
right.
of these guys, like Denny Hamlin, have been racing for since the dinosaurs were walking around.
Well, in that case, Sam is getting Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher. All right. It's going to take it over to me for pick number two. Well, let's see. Well, I'll take him since he's right here. I'll go Denny Hamlin. Thought about leaving him for Pocono since I'll have first pick next week, but I'll just go ahead and take him now. So I'll take Denny Hamlin.
That means Wes is going to be rolling with Ty Gibbs.
That's going to be a good pick.
Say he's gotten third the last 2 years there.
Yeah. If it was the last couple of years, I'd clown him for that. But this year, actually, it's working out pretty good for Gibbs.
Well, let's see here. I've got to go. So back to back here. Man, just it's tough to pick against Toyotas, and Larson's probably going to be good. Hocevar's probably going to be good. But we're going to go with a home track driver in good old Brad Keselowski.
It's a weird way to spell Eric Jones.
And then we will go. This guy needs something good to happen. This is a good track to have it happen. We'll go Bubba. Go Bubba Wallace.
Bubba. I like that pick. Man, talk about a guy that needs something to go his way. Bubba Wallace, dude, it's not even most of the stuff that's happening to him just isn't even his own fault. Nashville, not his fault. Like
Hmm.
Chris Buescher got ping-ponged up into him. He got stuffed in the wall at Charlotte. Watkins Glen road course. It's just like one bad thing after
Oh,
another.
he got spun out too
Yeah.
at the Glen. He was actually going to get a top 10.
Yep. Talladega scored 1 point. So it's like he hasn't really had a good race since Kansas.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a guy that really needs to get something turned around. All right, throwing it back over to Wes for his second pick. Who you got for Wes?
He's rolling with Coke 600 winner Daniel Suarez.
All right. Also another guy that if this was last year, I'd clown him for it, but this year, punching much above his weight class. All right, that's going to put it to me here. This guy has not been picked yet, so I'll keep it with the Toyotas. I'll go Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, he won there in 2024.
Sounds about right.
So Sam is getting 2 picks here. He is going to end up taking Zane Smith and Michigan native Eric Jones.
Man, Eric Jones. Well, I'll finish it off with the other Michigan native. I'm going to go Carson Hocevar. He's going to have a good run at Michigan.
And then Wes, how I guess we got to just see the average finish. I feel bad giving him this guy. The way this guy's been running. Ross Chastain.
Oh no! Oh no!
If we want to give him Priest, we can give him Priest. I mean,
I feel better about Priest if I'm being honest. feel better about a Roush car than a Trackhouse car right now outside of SVG.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, yeah, let's give him Ross.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Ross.
Yeah,
Let's give him that's no, 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 no,
right.
no, no, no. Another R driver, Ryan Preece.
And then, man, I just no way this guy's been that like struggled that bad at this racetrack. Like, man, I want to pick Bell, but do we? I'm between Bell and Larson. It's like Larson, he could push it and wreck himself here, or he can get to the lead and then arrow block like hell. But Christopher Bell is so confident he's going to win here coming up. Let's go. I can't pass on a Toyota. I'll go Bell.
It's hard to beat the Toyotas or want to go against the Toyotas these days. So it feels like when you got an opportunity to take a Toyota driver, you got to take him.
Plus, I couldn't pass the Triple Bs. I had the opportunity. Had to take it. Brad Bubba Bell.
Yeah, had the opportunity and he took it.
So, just to recap, your points leader, Steve, is rolling with Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, and Carson Hocevar. Second in points, Sam is going with Chris Buescher, Zane Smith, and Eric Jones. Myself in third, going with Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, and Christopher Bell. And Wes is going with Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez, and Ryan Preece. Well, Steve, not too much more left to say going into Michigan, other than just hoping. Think I don't know if the weather's going to be fine or not. I haven't even looked.
Let's see. While you hold that thought, I will check our weather
So
report. We'll get a live
I know
weather
we haven't
report.
hired a weatherman yet. So
It is looking like 82 and partly sunny on Sunday. Saturday is not looking so good. That is looking like scattered thunderstorms.
oh,
But Sunday,
are we looking at another week where the grid is set by the metric, which will
maybe
put another pole for Denny Hamlin? He could redeem himself after the starting on the pole last week.
that's right. As long as he doesn't go before the restart zone.
Hell, if he's gonna jump it, he might as well just go right off the rip out of pit road, and just so at least when he takes the
Yeah.
drive through, he
Yeah.
won't be so far back.
Yeah, Saturday is calling for a couple showers and a thunderstorm. Sunday, partly sunny and warm, 85 degrees. So as long as they can get it in Sunday or Monday, because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday all looks like thunderstorms. So they
Oh, they're gonna.
better,
You sure that they could run the good old Michigan Pocono doubleheader?
yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, anything you're keeping your eye on in particular this week?
I think I'll combine what I'm looking forward to and then also my underdog of the week, Zane Smith, see if he can keep this up, see if he can rack off another good finish. So that's who I'm looking forward to watching this week.
Yeah, I'm looking at Eric Jones, seeing if he can keep that, momentum going with that 43 team. And if he could put a race together fully in the top 10, get a top 10 finish, hell, put yourself in position to where you get to that last pit stop. Maybe you put two tires on, put the car out front, and see what it does in clean air. And hey, maybe you just steal one and become the first Michigan native driver to win, since I honestly couldn't tell you if any Michigan born driver has won at Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think Keselowski has a
He
win.
doesn't have a win there.
Oh man. All
That's
right, Eric, it's up to you. It's up to you then.
that's an interesting one. Let's see. I doubt this will tell me just Googling it, but
Oh, here, I got racing reference pulled up here. Yeah, Keselowski, no wins.
no Michigan native driver has ever won a NASCAR Cup Series race at Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, We got three pretty good shots at it between Eric Jones, Hocevar, and Keselowski. Hope for another good race there. I feel like we always leave Michigan pretty on the pretty solid side. I feel like you never get like the race of the year there, but you don't get too many stinkers there either. So,
Yeah, no stinkers, and the race is going to be on Prime, so you know that the coverage is going to be good.
oh,
The
the
Bron
burn bar is gonna get a
it's going
workout.
to get a workout. Letard is not going to shut up about it.
I mean, that's what we saw last year, and heck, it must work because you saw at Nashville, Blaney was like a whole gallon less like mile per gallon than Zane Smith, and it showed when Blaney pit with like 20 to go,
Yep,
and Zane Smith was trying to stretch it to the end.
yep. Yeah, they got it down to a pretty good science there.
Yeah, it's so cool, and I like how Steve Letart's like keeping it like close to his chest. He's not letting Fox take that. It's really only Prime because he didn't use it on TNT or NBC, and Letart's on those broadcasts as well.
Yeah. How many Dale Jr. jump scares do you think that we're gonna
Holy
get?
cow! Nashville was another level.
Seems like every time, all right, we're gonna go.
And Denny Hamlin takes the win after an epic finish. Oh, we got a huge crash on the front
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah.
Oh man, but I love it. Need those jump scares, get your wake you up if you're kind of dozing off on the couch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that's what Mike Joy was. Maybe he was listening to some Dale Jr. like film on the broadcast, and that's where we got the whoa Hocevar.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
Firekeepers Casino 400 at Michigan. We're at what? It's 200 laps. Gonna be exciting. Maybe some fuel mileage. This is one of the biggest tracks when it comes to fuel mileage. Really, the next two tracks here in Pocono. Fuel mileage, fuel mileage, fuel mileage. So, but not the fuel mileage like super speedway racing where it completely hinders the racing and makes it artificial. So I'm excited. Maybe we'll see if Denny Hamlin can tie Kyle Busch, and we'll see if they have a flag ready to go like Jeff Gordon did when he tied Dale Sr. at Phoenix in 2007. Because that'd be really cool.
yeah. That's going to be really really special. So yeah, the chase to 63 is on. It's real, and man, it's gonna happen at some point this year. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, I'm cool. Obviously, I wouldn't mind Denny Hamlin winning this week, but to go to Pocono next week with a chance to see him either tie or pass Kyle Busch would be really cool to see in person and a little emotional if it did happen.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and hopefully they do have something cool planned for that, just because of how long they were teammates and friends, and just what Kyle meant to the NASCAR community. It would be really special.
Absolutely. Well, everyone enjoy the race and enjoy the speed at Michigan because you don't get that over 200 mile an hour every week anymore. So enjoy it. Hopefully, we get a full weekend of racing. No rainouts, no nothing. Let's just see a good truck race, a good cup race, and we'll be back toward the beginning of next week to talk all about it. So for Steve, I'm Dom. We'll talk to you next week after the Firekeepers Casino 400 at Michigan.